It's recording and we're on Discord.
Alright, sweet.
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll make a little event saying we're started. So, where's the event section? Did you cancel the event? Oh no, here it is. Alright, so here it is, and then start event. There it is, and then I'll hit share, and I'll just share it to everyone.
Okay, but it's recording, so we can just kind of like start.
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay, yeah.
Welcome everybody,
welcome, here we go. Fab Lab's AI Meetup #1. So, yeah, where to start? I mean, so my kind of just like the first thing that I want to get out of my head is that okay, AI, the tools and shit that we now like have available to us. I now feel like at any moment of my day, I have access to a PhD level thinker who is trained on all the information ever put on the internet, who is infinitely patient with me about anything I want to learn, any piece of information or skill that I want to learn. So anybody can build anything they want now. It's just you have to be patient enough to figure out what tools already exist to help you build the thing and how to put them together. I don't know. I'm not a coder. I don't know how to code. I don't know how to write lines of code. But because of AI stuff now, like for a friend of mine who's starting a web access business, I'm building his website. I've built an online a little OJT hours tracker thing in DT doesn't know, just a better way to track hours than what the company provides us for. Some custom GPTs are really neat. I built a little website attached to a custom GPT, so anybody can interact with the custom GPT I made. And you can just build it. You just ask this PhD level thinker, how do I do this thing? And we'll sit there and tell you exactly how to do it step by step until it's done.
Are you using ChatGPT for that?
I'm using ChatGPT and Claude. ChatGPT is what I do most of my thinking with. Any thinking, idea, soundboarding is all ChatGPT. Coding, I use Claude. I'm a ChatGPT Premium, Claude Premium. Claude is way better at coding. The new GPT is pretty good at coding. But Claude's really good at coding, and Claude's really cool because you can link Claude to GitHub, and then if anything you're working on, you can make a GitHub repo, and then link Claude to that, so Claude has the context of every file. Where trying to go with ChatGPT, you just have to add one file at a time. So if you're building an actual app or something, you have a whole dev environment set up, and you have a whole repo. It doesn't have context of the whole repo. So it's if there's a problem in it, it's because of this file in src lib and this file in the main repository.
Yeah.
ChatGPT won't know that, but Claude will know that.
So I'm doing programming.
It's for
lately, and I'm using ChatGPT, and I keep hitting these spots where it can't make it past it. You know?
Yeah. Claude's really good at that. And if you don't know how to use GitHub or set up a repo or upload it, just ask ChatGPT. Because I don't know how to do any of that, but now I do because it's just I found out Claude to connect to GitHub, so I was ChatGPT, hey, how do I get you to my GitHub repo? And I said, so then help me set up a GitHub account, help me build the repo on my local environment, help me push it to Git, and then help me connect to the repo. So it's every step of the way the thing you're trying to do, if you don't know how to do it, ask AI how to do it, and it'll get you there.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
I love it.
Thank you for the your experience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what's the funnest thing that you've gone through with and most impactful potentially?
The funnest one is I think it's a custom GPT I made called I call it the Philosopher's Roundtable. But so I've been Stoic and Hermetic philosophy. It's just stuff I mean it's really interesting way of looking at life. And so I using ChatGPT I built these personality personality profiles of 2 Hermetic philosophers and 2 Stoic philosophers. Just pull information about them, had it build me this really well-written personality profiles. Put that into this custom GPT, and then pulled a bunch of PDFs of all these people's works and put it in there. And now this custom GPT acts like these philosophers, and It does, like, it's good. It's like, it's kind of scary sometimes how like I know I'm talking to AI, I know I'm not talking to like the possibly never existed Hermes Trismegistus, but this fucking dude feels like it's him, and like like some of the shit, like sometimes you're talking to it, and it hits hard. Like this feels like I'm talking to a deep thinking, like really insightful philosopher. It's really cool.
Do you talk to it, or do you type to it?
Both, because so most of Cloud doesn't have it, but ChatGPT has the voice to text, so you can just actually talk to it, and then I read its
All of
responses.
them have dictate though.
Yeah. So I sometimes talk, sometimes type, but I usually, more often than not, I'm reading it. I'm not, because it's not really set up to have like a good like two-way conversation with AI yet, just because like it wants to give a really big response when humans are talking. Like I start saying this, like, oh, you'll jump out of that thing I say, and kind of, you can't do that. But it's not like that dynamic yet, but
It's gotten a lot better with ChatGPT.
it's gotten a lot better.
Like you can interrupt it now,
Mm-hmm.
whereas like just like 2 months ago you couldn't.
Yeah.
It would just like, you'd be like, ah, and then you're like, no,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have to hit
over.
the stop button.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I have started to use ChatGPT to help me define my ChatGPT request.
Yep. That's another thing. Exactly. Like, yeah, any like if you're
So that it's more ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll ask ChatGPT something and they just totally misunderstood what I was asking, and they're like, "Oh, you can't." Yeah. I'm like, "No, that's not what I want. I want this." And they're like, "Oh."
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that's because the other thing about like the best way to prompt is to ask it how to prompt it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's
what I've been doing.
Mm.
But I am ready for the point where I can start having a buddy, where I can start having this conversation. I haven't tried it out yet.
You ever done the voice?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's great.
The paid version of ChatGPT allows you to just hit the conversation button, and it's kind of like Google Translate, but instead it actually answers you back.
That's what I think I'm ready for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I am a coder, and I have used ChatGPT to help me organize and clean code up.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, I haven't used it in the vibe coding. This is the term they're using.
Yeah.
Where your coding skills are no longer they're irrelevant.
Yeah.
Today's coder is just going to have conversations with the computer.
Yeah.
And
So
the vibe coding side of it is what's confusing and interesting to me, is because the efficiency and so I'm a big believer in that AI is never going to take over humanity.
Yeah.
We don't have this, scenario. And I'll give you my reasons why, but in the synopsis, I just don't think it's ever going to happen. But
I tend to agree with you on that.
now that I'm looking at the fact that these computers are developing their own languages to communicate between them.
Oh, yeah.
There is
You've
your own
seen that? Where'd it go?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I
Yeah.
can see that's a possibility. I can
Dude.
now be like, maybe there is something to this. And
So-
be concerned about.
Preston, I haven't seen this yet. I've seen this video where like basically two phones with,
Oh.
I think it's ChatGPT, right?
I know.
Oh yeah, no, we did that together.
They talk, no, but listen, they talk to each other not in English.
They call it like
They talk to each other in a brand new language.
they call
Oh
it
my
gibberish.
God.
And literally it's all,
It's two agents, and like one of them says something just like I'm an AI agent doing this or this person goes, oh, I'm an AI agent too. Would you what a pleasant surprise. Would you like to switch? Yeah, I'll find it. It's
Wow.
it's wild.
Is it a video?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
develop their own language
Wow.
AI agents speak
and
language.
cut us out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
we don't know, we don't know.
How can I help you today? I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. I'm looking for a hotel for his wedding. Is your hotel available for weddings? Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant too. What a pleasant surprise. We continue. Would you like to switch to gibberlink mode for more efficient communication?
Turn from circles to squares.
And it goes on like that for a while. They just beat back and forth. There's
Oh
no
my
snapping.
god,
Yeah,
that's
it's really cool.
crazy.
It's nuts. And that video is like
Wow.
6 months old.
Yeah, that's pretty
And like my understanding is like most of the metrics right now say that it's like the rate of improvement of like these systems it's like 360 something percent a year. It's literally 1% a day.
Wow.
It gets 1% better every single day.
Wow.
Like that, like the rate of change, because just like technology advancements for like most of the industry so far, nothing's advanced that quickly.
Yeah.
Like the rate of change is moving so fast now.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
I mean, just for my business, as an anecdotal evidence of that, I mean, a year ago it couldn't make a fucking hand.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And 2 months ago, and all before, I've been like always looking for something that can just take a photo and turn it into stained glass
Yep.
that still retains it. And all now Sora does it. I'm like, I couldn't do it before, and so like I got a whole new product now that's like just send us your photo.
Yeah.
And we'll make whatever, and like people are starting to buy them a lot.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm sure for Christmas, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a fucking. I'm gonna have people over there just soaring nonstop. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
Just making a wave of custom.
I want to stop traveling. Fucking sign me up. I'll go out.
But yeah, like that happened quick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's been the whole last year and a half. I've been looking for that,
Yeah.
and now it's arrived, and you're like, okay, well.
And like it's happening like the way so my kind of like assumption of where things are going to as far as like the way online business works I think is going to change so because everything's going to be so easy to copy it your thing's going to be well you said it's already being copied a little bit right and it's going to be copied more because especially because so agents are getting better now. It's not going to be that much longer till like someone who's really good at building agents has like a whole team of agents who goes like, hey, agent number 1, go search Etsy for the 5 newest stores who have over 10,000 sales and like make a big workup of what they're selling. And then it's going to give that to another agent who's going to say, this agent shop is going to go, okay, decide what what are all the components here, what are the physical materials and the digital materials that we need. And then it's going to make up that list. Pump that to another agent who says, you source all the digital materials, this other agent, you source all the physical materials, and then 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, it's going to come back to the guy running, who's going to go, okay, so I've got 5 stores here, they're all over 10,000 sales, here's how all of them are doing it, and I just got to make a couple phone calls or materials, and now I copy all 5 of those stores.
Yeah.
It's going to happen that fast.
Yeah, what if the agents are working, and then like you're saying, one agent has 1,000 of its own agents
Yeah.
or whatever? I mean,
It's
I'm looking forward to living eternally and
I think
teleporting. It's been great. You know what I mean? That's just right around the corner.
And I think most online businesses, it's gonna be like a team of like 5 or 6 people, and they're gonna come up with like one sort of like online kind of business model, and if it works, it's gonna last for like 6 months. They're gonna make some money off that, and then it's gonna be outdated because there's gonna be a million copies. You're gonna have to move to the next thing. There's not gonna be like a career in this one business for 20 years. A career is gonna last 6 months to 3 years, and you're gonna have to go to the next business because you're it's gonna be so easy to just make exact copies of everything that's specific to your needs. Everything that works, people are just gonna be like, I like that, and but I want it to be just like this instead, and now they're gonna make exactly copy your business, but to slightly tweak to a different crowd, and then you're gonna lose a bunch of customers, and that's just gonna repeat, and that's what's selling.
And all of the physical labor, all of the physical things.
That's going away
that
too.
are going to happen as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just the computer side of things, the data side of things.
Yeah.
It's going to be everything.
I was listening to a thing just today.
Programming, I got a bunch of people that I've were peers with in the last for 20 years, and they're all out of jobs. Every single one of them. All senior level management and IT and all that gone.
Gone.
There's no such thing.
Well, think about every technology that we have is going to go through an innovation.
Yeah.
I can't even call it a spurt because it's gonna just
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, innovation is gonna go,
Through
the roof in every medical, you know what I mean? Every field you can imagine,
Yeah.
right?
Especially with the quantum stuff coming out. That's a whole other conversation.
And that I don't know,
I mean,
man.
science, medicine, technology, philosophy.
everything.
Going to
Yeah.
get some money out of
interpersonal.
And get it into the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quantum.
Yeah.
They're coming.
And I mean, this one, I've heard a lot of different people talk about, like, one of the things that people are saving a ton of money on is legal costs now. There's multiple, like, podcasts I listen to, there's, like, yeah, our business is down 80% in legal compliance fees. Because we don't need a legal team anymore.
Right.
We need one person on our legal team reviewing
Bring that machine on.
Right.
a 10-person legal team job is not done by AI. And like, it's just,
We got a lot.
it's, yeah,
Canada's
it's crazy.
a lot of
It is crazy.
Between Google.
I'm gonna grab my USB-C cable. You guys continue. It's in my car, and then I grab it so I can get ready for our demo
Cool.
Okay.
on how to get started with AI. Alright.
So we just wrote and submitted a grant
Nice.
and used AI to write it, and it was insane how easy it was.
Yeah.
And I've written it and submitted other
That would
grants.
have cost you a week's, if not months worth of time.
And hundreds
And
and hundreds
hundreds
of
of
dollars.
dollars of someone else's time.
Yeah, and it was like me and Tamara and Yama, was the one with the project that we were writing the grant for. And I mean, it was like 3 sessions, you know, of us. The first one was just like, okay, what's the basic idea?
Yeah.
Just take it into ChatGPT. You know what I mean? Okay, ChatGPT, write us the, like, you know, grant outline, you know? And then we're like, okay, yeah, but this and this are wrong, you know? All right, do it again, you know? So the first session was like 2 hours of that, and by the end of that, not only did it write the grant, it developed the ideas. Do you know what I mean? Like, it 100% like created the best ideas. And we guided it, you know what I mean? But that process, like we would, like just the end concept for the grant project would not have ended up being what it was if it weren't for ChatGPT, let alone actually the preparation of the grant material.
Sure. I would love to, because I have like 1 or 2 hours. I tried to I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to see if I can write a grant. I don't there's multiple custom GPTs for making grants. Like I have like a grant outline that I use with the deep research function to do to find me I have this huge table of all these different grant providers in that area. Like I have a bunch of information about it, but I've never written a grant. I don't know how to tell if it's good or not. But I would love to talk more about. I have a couple grant GPTs.
Nice.
But it's for a different time. It's offline.
Yeah. Sign the non-disclosure.
Yeah.
I too see that kind of stuff that would have been total preventing people from pursuing their business goals.
Yeah.
And here it's pretty much ChatGPT help me, and it's like sure, no problems with that.
You have a PhD level grant writer, a PhD level compliance person who's infinitely
The one
patient.
thing that I saw, I guess it was probably a decade ago now, was the speeding tickets and the parking tickets. That you notice it was like one of the first chat GPT type function programs. It beat almost every municipality's parking tickets and speed or red light tickets laws because it found loopholes in every single one of them.
Oh wow.
And so no matter where you were, you could apply, okay, I'm in New Jersey, I got pulled over to Middlesex on a county road, and it would give you everything you needed to get out of that speeding ticket.
Oh wow.
And you no lawyer, you walk in, you
Yeah.
present your case, you present your information, and boom, you're out.
Wow.
And it did. It saved something like $1 million in traffic violations in 1 year.
Amazing.
And that guy was just boom. And
Yeah.
that was 10 years ago. That was
Yeah.
like the first
Wow.
AI thing that I saw coming out. That I was like, that's kind of mind blowing. And then the next one was the drugs and drug candidates and cancer detection in blood samples that were like human errors were like off the charts, 27-30%, right? This machine learning took it down to like 1% error factor, and it found 100% of cases. We did have some false cases,
Yeah.
but you can deal with those. False positives are a happy thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay!
Yeah.
Compared to what the human factor was. So, all those people are out of a job
Yeah.
like that.
I'm having some like.
And new drugs, that was when
Yeah.
I blew my mind. They found something, 170 new drugs that were almost 100% effective in trials.
Wow. Yeah.
That humans would have never.
Yeah.
I heard a podcast about this group, and what they were doing was using AI to create new toxins and poisons.
Great.
Because basically,
Wow.
so they were talking about like bath salts. Remember bath salts?
Yeah.
So basically there was all these people in China or whatever making all these different drugs, coming up with new, formulas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then shipping over to the U.S. And the drug enforcement agency here is all like, this thing's not illegal because no one's ever seen it before.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it's not, they
Well, that's
have a whole
not-
analog law where they're like, oh, it's something, because people started doing this like back in the 90s, like take a psychedelic and just change one molecule. And they're like, it's not illegal, right? So they made an analog law where they're like, if it's close enough, it's still considered legal, right? Okay, well, this group was talking about the same idea, but with poisons and toxins, as in like to protect from a terrorist attack.
Right.
And so basically they're like, we need to, this group's like mission was to discover them so that if someone else discovers them too,
They had a action.
Yeah.
they can identify what it was.
And how to do
And it seemed like it was such a like mind blowing. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like
Yeah.
it's so weird. Like
Yeah.
what?
Our government
Let's
does
create-
that every day.
Let's create the thing that can kill all the humans,
Yeah.
so that no one else creates it first. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're like, wow.
Yeah, it's such a it's such a backwards ass way to do it.
There's a lot of mind fuck like
Yeah.
situations involved with AI where you're like, well, no one works.
Video gen is getting so like
Oh yeah. it's-
believing what anything that you don't see in real life is gonna be like I'm already like about 30% of the time I'm just like, is this really AI? Like it's just so
No, it's AI.
Google
but
Google
it's getting
no, it's
so
getting
good.
and the new
No.
one just came out like Google Flow and VO3 or whatever. It's like it's so good, and it's
All
gonna be
movies are going to be reimagined.
like
from different perspectives.
your favorite
different camera angles.
your
But
favorite
the same film. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Your favorite book that was done for a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Upload that
Yeah,
book. Now
now
you
movie.
have
Yeah.
you have a full season of that book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That the media alone.
Right. Make me a new episode of Seinfeld.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's
Like,
the season?
A whole season.
Amazon Video totally fucked up Wheel of Time. Love those books. They ruined. They did such a bad job with the show. But now I just need to wait another year and a half until it's not that expensive to have AI generate whole hour-long movies, and I can just watch the books.
So I mean, actors. You don't need actors
Maybe
anymore.
not anymore. Yeah.
You won't need musicians.
Man, it's
I-
so trippy.
You're not gonna need humans at all, guys.
We had this conversation. Wait till you put the visor on. and
Yeah.
You're in a room
Yeah.
that's dank, dark, drab,
Yeah.
and yet in your world,
Yes.
it's a luxury.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
Sounds
luxury
like a
is-
good plan.
I'm hanging out with all my family,
Yeah.
who aren't, you know what I'm saying? My wife, my kids, my dog, and I'm in this dank,
Yeah.
nasty, drip water.
That's it. Okay. So we are digressing. We are digressing to what ifs now. Should we keep it like practical?
Yeah,
what ifs
yeah,
now?
yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
Let's stick
like
with
how to
that.
actually what are we?
Okay.
Yeah.
I want help with 3D modeling.
Yeah.
What can AI do for me?
Well, Juan Yan.
That's one I have.
Juan Yan.
Yeah,
I think there's 2.1 now. So I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. Like,
So basically, I can model to some extent, but then I have little issues and little quirks that I want to have, and so I bounce between Tinkercad mesh mixer, and Blender 3D. Those are my tools. And maybe Prusa Slicer just because it fixes
Right. Those are the tools without the AI integration.
Yeah.
Right.
So what I want to be able to do, like I pull in my mesh into Mesh Mixer, I say make solid, so it fixes everything, right?
Right.
But then I get these little joggies in the corners and
Yeah.
stuff.
So what you can actually solve that particular step, what you're saying, in Mesh Mixer still. You just need to do a decimate or smooth.
Okay.
Have you tried explaining exactly that problem to
No,
ChatGPT?
and maybe I should. I'll probably
Well,
do that
so-
tonight. 'Cause
yeah,
Now
yeah.
you've got me thinking. Maybe I just need to get better at Mesh Mixer.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're saying that there's these little tiny like things that's like going like bumps or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do a small 1%
Some of them
smooth.
are like,
It's just a 1% smooth.
I mean, I'm thinking you just you just take your 3D model file and you stick it in ChatGPT or Claude or whatever.
can I do that?
Yeah, and you say, fix this for me.
Or you could just say like, you
Try
know,
that.
I mean, definitely try. Yeah, definitely.
So
try.
I haven't done it, I haven't 3D printed, but with ChatGPT I've said, make me an STL file of this, and then it's all, here's your file, and it's just created a 3D
How
model.
can I upload an STL text?
Just great text,
So
stick it in
I just
Notepad
copy-
and grab it.
Yeah, you just open up this STL.
And then
notepad.
put in the text and say, do you understand what
You know,
this is?
SVGs are also text.
Oh, nice.
And just send
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, stick the text in there and be like, hey, what is this? And it'll probably be like, oh yeah, it's a 3D model of a. You know?
Oh yeah, if it can identify it, then I can probably fix it, right?
All right, I'm gonna write it down. Thank you.
I mean, it made me something from nothing, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And so I had to make all the decisions, I mean, just like with
Yeah,
Midjourney, except for it's making it a 3D model, you know what
that's crazy. Just make it
I do see one little hitch with AI, and it depends on humans.
Yeah, that's
Everything we're getting out of this
Mhm.
came from somewhere
yeah.
that.
Right, right. 'Cause, yeah, it's not making its own stuff, but like that's but that's not like the point of this, right? Because the point of what we're gonna do here is like is
It
yeah.
can synthesize new. Just say we're talking about the drugs. It can do that. Just
Yeah.
like in code, it can assume or make assumptions about, things from what it knows about
Yeah.
the programming language. So yeah, new things do pop up and are being generated. But I do question if we rely on it solely, at some point, it's gonna get washed out. What's a better way to explain it?
You're thinking of style.
Yeah.
Well, there's a-
everything's gonna be blended
Well,
out.
the thing is about like the whole idea of models. So there's models, checkpoints, LoRa's. These are all stylistic differences on what your content is being published through. So like a LoRa of an artist like
Yes.
Pablo
Perfect example.
Picasso.
You can say, create me a piece in the style of.
Right, but then there's actual trained models, which I'm going to get into with the demo that we're doing in 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the different models we can look at and styles and everything.
Okay. Are you going to use local?
Huh?
Are these models they run local?
Yeah, they're all run locally on your GPU. Yeah.
Are you saving the break?
If it sounds like there's a couple people stepping outside to do a phone call, but I'll go ahead and facilitate some speech therapy here with some AI. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'll talk about a slight agenda here with what'd you say? My screen bigger? Well, I'm actually just typing this in really quick, so give me 1 second. Paste. That way everyone gets access to the actual.
Are you going to train this for the voice?
Am I training this for voice?
No, I'm confused. What are we doing?
Okay, so yeah, give me 1 second. I'm doing like multitask here. So let's grab this link right here. I'm gonna compile. I actually have a file here that everyone's gonna get access to, just in case they want to jump in and learn how to get into the latest AI tools. So let me just provide the link. Give me 1 second. Right here.
Hard out.
Do that one?
So I got kind of a hard out, but not just yet.
Copy.
No, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
All right, and then share. And
This is going to the group? Is that
yeah, so I'm providing this link. This is basically the latest tool we're going to talk about. It's called Comfy, and what it can do. And I'm providing the step-by-step guide on how to install it on your PC, to run it on your PC on your own GPU.
Yeah.
No cost. You get all the latest tools. So let me go ahead and
Tell me again what it is.
Comfy. Yeah, I'm going to post it into
COMFY?
the events. Wait, is there?
What do you want to just make an AI channel?
We should just make an AI channel. Yes, I'm going to make that right now. So text channel AI.
This is good.
So there's a new text channel on the Discord called AI, and I provided the link.
I leave right now. We can just run a Discord and still be part of
Be
the
part of
conversation,
it?
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't
So
want to go, but I got
you're heading out right now.
I got kind of a hard out, but
No worries.
I really don't want to leave.
That's okay.
How do I?
We got a few other people to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run on Discord to part of the
There you go.
conversation.
Yeah.
I wanna
wanting
go
this
first.
conversation.
In Chico Fab Lab as well.
Right.
I'm not.
So let me go ahead and start the demo here. So I went ahead and shared the link to the AI text channel on the Discord server here, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So give me 1 second. Yep, that looks good, and we'll turn off the video here. And then we'll come over to this. So, alright, let me go ahead and pin this to my desktop. So this is Comfy UI. So in the link that I've described, it has the Google Docs. It opens it up. You're able to view the first link. It takes you to the website. You go ahead and download it. Quick download, 100. I think it's like 10 megabytes or 100 megabytes or something. And then you get this user interface. This user interface is called Comfy UI. So here I just installed it. There's nothing else in there. So anyone who wants to get started can follow along. So you select the Get Started button. You choose your, GPU, and then you just choose the installation location. I'm going to go ahead and just set it to my secondary NVMe drive under my AI folder within the Comfy folder. And that's pretty good for me. I'm going to hit next, next, and next. Don't read anything. Time will go by, and then we'll have the user interface up and running in no time. So in the meantime, what I'll do while this is installing,
This is for making applications, you're saying?
this is for all the AI tools like text to image, image to image, text to video, text to 3D model, all these different, and there's much, much more. So I'll show you. So the first thing is that, so once you download it, install it, you're going to want to get your dependencies installed for all these different, capabilities.
This is one of those. It's like the desktop application just lets you use all the
AI
different
tools
lots
that
of
it's
stuff.
on your
Yeah.
computer locally.
Yeah.
Right. And then so I'm going to introduce a new website. This one it's been around actually. It's called civit.ai. I'm going to just show you this one page right here. It just kind of shows you some basic images of AI images. This is a model essentially, and this model is a file. It's about 12 gigabytes, and there's other ones that are way bigger, some smaller. But this one's actually really good, highly rated. I also provided the link in the Google Docs, and once you download this file, you put it into your, there's another, it says right here, into your checkpoints folder. And so that's just the folder that holds your model files.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go ahead and just get,
Still
okay, it looks like
installing?
it's still installing. It's on this last one right here. So probably another couple minutes and it'll be up and running. So here's an example. So there's actually plenty of models out there if you look at any of the Civet AI stuff. These are all models.
Just for the graphics?
These are all just models. So yes, like specifically this one, we're looking at a page that talks about images.
Yeah.
And so you can create images based on models. And see they're all models and
The
stuff
style
like
on.
Yes, the style of
The
VR.
company is free and open source.
Yes, Comfy is free and open
And
source.
you run it on your PC.
Yeah, and you can get your models anywhere, but this is a very highly reputable website for obtaining those models.
Oh, you enter your own data for it to.
Well, there's a lot of people that had done a lot of models on their own. They publish them publicly. You can also come in here and look for, other things like tools, collections, articles. But models is what makes this website the important thing. That's why it's the default page. So yeah, this is the
Models meaning
the style of the art.
LLM, right?
Like the large language model,
Yeah.
but specific to like the AI image generation and
So
potentially
One for
video.
Simpsons.
Like this one's a video,
So
right?
is Comfy UI just for image and gen?
No. Comfy UI does all
Okay.
AI
Okay,
LLMs, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and just see if it fully installed. Looks like it's almost done. So still not done yet. But yeah, pretty cool, right? So once this gets done, you'll actually see it.
I'm still here. I'm staying. I just have to drive somewhere. Gotta pick my lady up.
See you, Nate.
See ya.
Awesome. So, is it anyone's first time seeing this website?
Yeah.
All right. So I will say that there is NSFW content on here, so you can turn that off or on. Depending on not safe for work. So yeah,
Nudity.
right. So I'm currently not signed in, and as a result, I'm not able to see that content, which is great. When you sign in, it's up to you to change your preferences. So yeah. Anyways, so this is civetai.com. All right, now let's go ahead and see the. Should have probably installed this before I got here, but at least it shows people, there's a process to it. It's not just like simple. No one really ever sees the installation. It's like, here we go.
What is the minimum requirement?
The minimum requirements? Well, you don't even need a GPU, as what you saw by the installation process. It said, which GPU, or there's a little slider for saying, if you don't have a GPU, you can slide for a CPU. So
It's slower.
it's gonna be slower, but it sounds like the minimum requirements is no GPU. Yeah. So. Hello, did you jump in? Yeah, we just started
We're having an AI meetup.
We're doing a demo.
Are you meeting or meeting up?
Meetup.
Oh, okay. So
Come on in.
yes. I think I just got a commission piece.
Nice.
Share that.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Everybody, come on.
I'm all over you. Alright.
Oh, that was it?
Right? That was a great come up. I was like, good call, man. Good call. Group work. That's okay. What are you guys working on?
We're doing an AI meetup, so we're doing actually a demo.
I was like,
Right?
There are people.
there are, yeah,
There is
there
people.
sure are.
You found say hi.
Yeah, I mean, really? Oh, no, okay. Unless it's showing which games I'm supposed to pull right now. Like,
You turn into it at work actually if you jump into the camera.
what?
Yeah.
What did I do? What?
I'm just kidding. But it's okay. Gotcha.
I was like, what?
Eventually.
Come look at the glossies really quick, right? It's definitely very long, right?
Pull them out of there.
Awesome. They look awesome.
So they're still a little tight.
Oh, yeah, okay, so it says 2.77 out of 3. So we're like 89% done right now. Yeah.
Great. I had, I'm pretty sure I got, like, I actually saw them.
Oh, little puppy dog.
Jewelry.
It's like, I'll just go back out there. I just scared him.
That's what I was doing.
Totally. Oh my god, I'm just proud of you.
And I was just really like,
Very good.
About 5 seconds left. All right.
This whole thing, there's so.
So yeah, I think it was a pretty large package, but you can see now things are happening.
Still a song?
Actually, it's done. It's now like setting up the Python environment.
Okay.
Does it do programming too?
It does everything, bro. It is. I haven't even discovered all of it, but what's really cool about this tool is that has anyone used a node editor before? Like the little boxes, and little circles, you link them together. That's like this, yeah. Yeah. And then you link them together and then you can say, oh, I want to preview my image, and then after previewing, I want to be able to, click a button that says save or something like that. And you can do that. Really cool. So this GPU that I have is a laptop GPU. It's a 3070, so it's not like, a lot, but it's still pretty good, I would say. Better than nothing. So yeah, starting the Comfy UI server. So right now it's creating its own like local server, and I guess that. Yep. Once this is done, you'll get that node editor interface. Yeah, it looks like it's finalizing any second. So can't wait to show you.
Well, I'm gonna have to install this.
Yeah, and then
I use something similar, but it's just for code.
Okay, just for code.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. I can run up and check.
Which program?
I'll let you. I forget it.
Bolts?
No, I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Perfect. You just finished. All right. So look at that. Pretty nice, right? Cool little UI. We increase the brightness. There we go. You can see something. So as you can see, like it says, get started with the template, right? The basics, right? And these are the basics. So we'll go ahead and close out that little window. So there's image generation, image to image, LoRa multiple.
What is LoRa?
So LoRa it's essentially a model, but it's based off of like a character, a specific character. Like if you take a lot of pictures of yourself, then you're considered a LoRa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Princess Peach or Mario. If you have so much images or videos of that character,
And then it knows how to make that character do whatever.
yeah, and that's why you see a lot of these times in these new video generations that, oh wow, that character looks exactly the same from that angle because they did a LoRa.
I was asking ChatGPT the other day to use my face to become a character. So I was asking like to put a mouse or something like that. And then it went to, it was like there was the Disney ears.
Wow.
And it was like, you're not in the payable ChatGPT, so I'm paying you, I'll find what that is.
Yeah.
Right? And then it became more natural, less cartoon.
Wow.
I was like, I'm all confused right now. Like, I thought I was paying for Disney, and now I'm confused. You know? So, but they are much more willing and flexible. I was just like, they're doing stupid stuff, right? So, but it's funny how like they're sensitive about certain things. So if it's not what your library has, and it's the world's, the World Wide Web availability. Where do you enter that? Like, where do you say, like, I would like to be Walt Disney 1960s?
Oh, yeah. And so you just jumped in a second ago, like, so this website right here is called Civit AI, and you go on here and there's thousands of models or styles and LoRa's, and you can download them, plug them into your AI, and it will design your image based on that. And so,
You
like,
just find the 1960s Mickey Mouse one.
And then
Stick it in there.
and if you're
Exactly.
and it'll look like that. Exactly. There's a Disney one.
So are these models basically just a collection of tons of content? in that
Yes.
style?
Yep.
Right.
All that stuff.
You're basically like, here's a data set of a million pictures of
That
Mickey
look
Mouse,
like that style.
and that's the style I want. And it goes and goes.
Right. Exactly. So then you download that and you plug it into your software, and then you could do any kinds of stuff. So here, like we were just talking about 3D, right? And so this is the Hun Yuan 3D. So you can describe it in text and create a 3D model for you. And this is pretty much the most cutting edge thing available right now. And then there is audio generation, as you can see, all available to your fingertips. You just pick one. And so let's just get into one, right? Let's just get into one. So, like, if we go up to, this is our, basic environment. And so what I'm going to do is, instead of starting from scratch by, coming over here and adding a node and then selecting the different thing, which you can get really into, I already have a pre-built one. And so I already have that available in this Google Doc that I've shared on the AI text channel. And then I'm going to select the actual link, and I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to download it. So this piece of code is essentially the exported file of a build that I downloaded, essentially. And so now that I have it here, I'm going to just drag and drop that JSON file that I just downloaded from the Google Doc into that environment. There we go. I just drag and dropped it. And as you can see, the node editor now has certain things popped up on the screen. It says there's some missing node types because there are some dependencies that need to be downloaded. Based on the Google Docs that I presented here on this page, it shows that there are some dependencies that need to be installed, and so
This is interesting.
it's being recorded so you can watch it later, the
I
whole thing.
will later.
Good luck.
Yes. But yeah, thank you so much. Seriously, sorry.
Awesome.
Every freaking time. Okay. By the way, there's gonna be an opening party for Jim.
Oh, cool. Let me know.
You might find out within like 12 hours of that being She said, right. I said, when's the party? They're like, oh yeah, it's gotta happen before that. I'm like, yeah, on it. Yes. Cheers, you guys.
Bye. Perfect. So I just clicked the open manager button. Oh, Preston. Yeah, that's the jam. So I just clicked the open, like after I drag and dropped it, right? The UI just got populated with a bunch of nodes. A pop-up came, it says, hey, you're missing some dependencies. Just click the one button that they're providing, and it brings this page. And then you just click install on every single one. Install. These are very small installation dependencies, but once you see it, they're already done. And so this one just needs to finalize. I guess this one's a little bit the biggest, but only a couple months old, May 22nd, May 2022. So so now we're just waiting on this one, and then we can go ahead and click restart. And it just restarts the comfy UI, so we're just setting up that experience.
Yeah. The app I'm using is called Cursor, and it's basically Visual C.
Okay. Like an IDE?
That uses Claude and does all the GitHub tie-in and all that.
Okay.
And it can search the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Within the IDE?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Is it like Visual Studios, kind of?
Yeah.
The replacement for that?
No, I can, the old editor, nah, it's all just text. But it's a nice editor, it's clean.
Yeah.
I mean, I just started using Visual Studios as a text editor for writing my code. Just because ChatGPT suggested it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's great about those?
It's called Cursor.
Scotty, have you been?
And it ties into either local or remote models, whatever you see.
CURSOR?
Cursor, yeah.
Yeah, just regular spelling. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cursor.
I gotta run in a few moments here as well.
I'm gonna hit the restart just to.
What was your project? What was the one that you set up?
So I downloaded it, right? I dragged it in.
And you got the dependencies. We're there. But what
does it do?
Yeah, so essentially, let me just go ahead and just verify. I'll show you.
He's not gonna tell us.
Right,
He wants to show us.
I will definitely show you guys.
This is the 2ADD. We ain't got time for that. Come on. We're past it. We want the answer.
So I will say that, based on, the models that you've given it, right?
I like the fact that it allows you to run them locally.
Yeah, so basically, like I said.
Because my problem is I just can't afford.
Can you make your own model?
Yes, you can make your own model. You can use this website to train your own model as well. I believe you can do that within the Comfy UI as well, but I know for a fact this website do it. There's plenty of other websites I know. Like another one is, let's see here. I got all these different bookmarks.
Have you trained a model, Preston? Have you messed with that at all?
Pi is another website you can do that on. Yeah, there's Poe. Oh my gosh, Poe has every model. You haven't heard Poe, P-O-E.
Yeah.
Firefly is obviously the most easily accessible.
What about your notes?
Oh yeah, so there we go. So it looks like it just needs a. Oh, yep. So yeah, so sometimes it'll say this, so you just restart it again, essentially, and then. Now I have restarted a couple times, so I'm just going to drag and drop my model now into the Company UI checkpoints folder. And after that, I pretty much did everything. And then you can pump out as many images as possible. So here's the model. It says safe tensors file. That's the name of the file type. And then you just you cut and then you paste into the models checkpoints. Where is it? Checkpoints. So checkpoints. Hold on. Is it input? No. It might be somewhere over here. Checkpoints. There it is. So, it's under models. Yeah, I was looking at models. I guess models blip. Oh no, here it is. I guess I totally missed it. It's under models checkpoints. Okay. I just didn't read it, I guess. Alright, so I just cut and paste my models into the checkpoints folder, right?
And civets?
Yep. Civet AI. And here we are. So this is the third time opening it up after installing the dependencies and everything, and this should run our prompts and everything. So,
and then you can ask it.
Right, and so another thing to get good quality images is having a good negative prompt. A negative prompt meaning don't do this, right? And so we're telling it, don't give it bad, don't pump out an image that has a bad score, or that has bad hands, or that has watermarks, or all these different things.
Yeah.
So those are the basics. You can get into paragraph long negative prompts, and positive as well. So. Alright, so now
I've never done regeneration of
image generation.
Yeah, but I'm sure.
Yeah, this is actually a new UI. I have this old one installed on this laptop called Stable Diffusion. There's this basic UI, and that one actually it worked good. It was just very clunky. It was ugly.
The video with the output.
The old UI for AI generation, yeah.
Is there a limit on Comfy for
no.
length of videos and stuff?
It's all whatever your computer can process. I have a friend that he was running.
Yeah, we should build a cruncher, a machine that just does. No, all seriously.
I hear you.
It's just got
super good.
every video card that we've got that's not being used, shove in a machine somewhere. Which is backplane or something.
Perfect. So now we see there's no pop-ups, there's no issues. We have our thing. It automatically, right here on the left, it automatically selected the model within the checkpoints folder. And now you're given this user interface where you decide your pixels, your X and Y pixels, right? And then you see it. There's a positive prompt. Hold on, there's a positive and negative prompt. So let me go ahead and give it the negative prompt, the good one. So I'm going to go ahead and put the negative prompt in there. So copy, paste, right?
Yeah.
And then here it just says beautiful scenery, nature. This is the basic default. Yeah. And then so here is these basic settings. So I'll show you what it looks like with basic settings, and then I'll show you what it looks like with good settings. So,
where are you choosing your models?
My model is right here.
Your processor.
So this is the model.
So that's the.
This is the thing I download on the far left. Is what I download on Civet AI.
What he's asking you, where are you choosing your LLM?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it right there.
That is okay.
That's the one right there on the left.
Right.
Yeah.
So those are the LLMs.
Yes, on the far left is the model.
And then these
right?
are all the.
And so then I'm.
Prompt.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the prompt.
Yeah, it's prompt, and then this one says
empty latent image.
That's basically the
It's just telling you the workspace.
Yeah, and so batch size
height, width,
and what's
batch size.
yeah.
How many it's gonna make.
No, yes, batch
Yeah,
sizes.
because you could
yes.
do 4 and it'll make it 4
Right,
like
right, exactly. You could do pretty much infinite. It's all whatever you plug in.
Yeah.
So,
128.
Sure.
120
Too many,
pictures.
There's too many. You're gonna lose it. You can't.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a different AI go and look through them all and decide which ones to do.
Yeah, and so the good thing about this
I did
is,
see somebody,
so the good thing that
wedding photographer, who did that as a living. He said, I now work 5 hours, or 5
Oh
minutes
my
a week.
god.
He said, I used to work 5 hours a day.
Just going through all the
And now-
pictures.
Yeah. He says,
You're like, find me the good ones.
yeah. And he
So
said,
here I'm going to
it's
show
all
you
been
guys
done.
the easiest way to add a node, right? So to add a node meaning, you
Yeah.
know, like adding one of these squares
Some kind
here.
of a process.
So
Wait, we're gonna run it first? Run it?
yes, I am, but I want you to see the preview. So
Alright,
that's
I gotta
something that isn't built into this JSON. So
I'm
so
leaving
that's-
in 3 minutes.
okay, so you click on this little this book icon, and you just type in preview.
It's there. Your preview
Right?
image nodes.
Preview your image, right?
Ah,
so I
yeah.
clicked it, and it automatically populated there. So I'm going to select the book icon to disappear. Here it is. I'm going to just stretch it out to make it bigger so I can see what my image is. I'm going to plug in the image icon into there, and then I'm going to delete this save image button because I don't want to save it. I just want to preview it. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit
Yep.
run.
Yep.
And then there it is. It's running right now
Yep.
locally, and we're watching it happen for the first time
So if you didn't hit preview image, it would just stick those in a folder somewhere?
into a folder, right? And you wouldn't be able to see what that preview image
Is
is.
that preview just showing you the first image? Or is it
Yeah.
gonna
So
show you
Whatever
all
the
of it?
batch
the
is,
batch
it's only
size
one.
is set to 1, so it's only
Oh.
gonna give us one
There it
image.
is. There it is.
So the prompt says beautiful scenery, nature, glass,
Purple.
glass bottle landscape, purple galaxy bottle, and this is the image that it came out.
Beautiful.
I mean, I would say that's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And it looks like a pretty good quality too. And so this is basic settings. Now let's see what it is with good settings. So if you go to steps, this is the denoising process.
Yeah,
So getting better pixels. So I usually do it around like 40. And then go to the CFG. So what CFG is it basically tells the AI like, hey, I want to follow the prompt really close with a higher value to our model. Very loosely based on the words and the label with a very low value. So I like to pick somewhere around 5 where it doesn't take forever and it just feels pretty good. So then this is the sampler type. So there's so many samplers, but essentially I just go for the largest one and then maybe go down one. Because the largest one being like the latest.
What is a sampler?
So a sampler is it's kind of like when you're on the laser cutter. If you double click on your image settings, it goes like, right, it's right over here. Let me go over here. Just think of a sampler like this. Watch this. It's when you drag an image in, usually it has the little like the different colors, the stippling type.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for like cleaning, like stuff.
All right. Well, I think this has been wonderful. I think that we should do this every week.
Yeah.
And
I like the idea of demonstrating
Hey,
something each week, so
yes.
Can you guys
maybe each person
can you guys hear me?
Totally.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm
you
going
guys-
to do a
It's
few
like
things
a
now.
15 to 20 minute demo.
Yeah.
And then people can all share different stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Awesome.
take my STL and drop it right into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Thank you for that tip.
And then, hey, in addition to the someone doing like a major presentation and then general discussion, we should have a portion of the meeting where people just briefly show off project they've been working on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not a full presentation, but like, oh, I made this. Here's where it was. Here's how I did it. There it
Hey,
is.
can you-
Yeah.
You mean so we can all
Can
go
you guys-
around?
I like it, and we should offer the opportunity for
Can you
everyone
guys
to
hear me?
chime in and
You guys-
comments
hello?
as well. And
Can you guys hear me?
Now that we're
So
gonna,
see you guys on Friday.
and I was thinking about uploading this video as well
Oh, see,
onto
as
the
soon as
YouTube,
that, as soon as
Yeah, put it into the channel,
into the what?
into the Discord AI channel.
Yeah, just drop it in there.
Drop it in there. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Awesome, you guys.
Love you guys.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
But thank you everyone for participating.